Hello guys, in this video we'll be looking at basic operator in Swift programming language. The key things we'll be looking at are assignment operators. We also look at arithmetic operators. We consider some compound assignment operators. We look at ternary operators. We look at comparison operators. We look at Nill Coalescing operators. We look at range operators, and we also look at some logical operators. So without further ado, let's move into our S code. Now in S code, we are going to start with assignment operator. Now, what's assignment operator? We've used this in the previous two videos, but to demonstrate, let's consider this variable. Let's look at this variable. Wow. Let's call this some values of type string. Then let's assign it. To assign it, we use equal to. So this is the assignment operator. The equal to here is the assignment operator. So we cannot give this some value variable some values. So let's just set it to an empty string. So now this is our assignment operator. An assignment operator doesn't return any value. So let's look at the next. We have arithmetic operator, and just like I said, they are all normal operators we have in mathematics. So arithmetic operators, arithmetic operators. So, and these are just the plus, minus, subtraction, division that we have in our elementary mathematics. Let me put that here. These are plus, minus, multiplication, division, and the modulo operators. Now, let's move into compound assignment operators. Compound assignment operators. Assignment operators. Now, the compound assignment operators is just let's consider this example. So say we have var of age of type int, then let's assign a value to it. So say 25. Then if we wanted to add more to this, you can simply write that as age the arithmetic operator which that's, let's say, plus equals, then equals, let's put the figure we wanted to add. Now, if we bring the age to the console now, we're supposed to have 29, not 24 anymore. So let's try to do that. Print age. Let's run it. So now we can see that we have 29. So this is the compound assignment operator. We can do this for minus, for subtraction. We can also do it for multiplication. We can do it for division. Let's do it for division. If we do it for division, this will round it up though. Let's try it. The response is supposed to be double, but because age is int, it's going to round it up to int 6. So now let's move to ternary operators. Ternary operators. So let's consider this example. Let's say let's declare two constants. Let page height. Let's say this is a web application. Page height equals to 40. Then let's declare another constant. Let's call this as header. And let's set it to a boolean. Let's make a type a boolean. So boolean true, true. Now for ternary operator, let's look at this. Let's say let row height equals to page height plus let's put this into brackets as header. So as header, then question mark, that's ternary operator. Question mark, then we'll put some values here. Let's say 20, and then otherwise else 0. So what this means is what this single line expression does is that it checks whether this is true. If it's true, it's going to be select 20, and if it's not true, it's going to be going to the value will be 0. So that's an example of a ternary operator, and the general structure for a ternary operator is like this. So let's a, b, and c be variable. That's what I'll say, variables. Then the general structure of a ternary operator goes thus: we have a, then we put question mark, then we put b, then we put else, then we put c. So based on the value of a now, it's going to decide whether it's a or b. So for this row height which we did here, if it has header, if as header is equal to true, it's going to have 20, otherwise it's going to have 0. So the page height will still remain as 40. So that's that. Now let's look at comparison operators. Comparison operators in Swift. Now we have different comparison operators in Swift which we can use. We have the equal to, we have the greater than or equal to, we have the greater than, we have the less than or equal to, we have the less than, and we also have the not equals to. So let's consider these examples. Let's say we have two variables var. Let me call this product rating. Let's set it equals to, let's assign it to 4. Then another variable service rating. Let's set this to, let's assign this to 6. Then now let's say we now have a variable rating. So, and what we wanted to do is to assign the highest rating to a particular variable. So let's declare that variable. Let's say variable var. Let's give it rating. Then so we can now say product rating. We can now check if product rating equals to, this is equals to, that's double assignment operator, equals to service rating. Then we use our ternary operator to decide. That's question mark. Then which value? So if it's equals to, if they are equals to one another, we wanted to print out equal rating. Otherwise, we wanted the value to be not equal rating, not equal rating. So if we print this to the console, let's see what we have. You know, we've set it to 4 and 6. Let's look at what we have. So print rating. print rating. Then let's run the code. Now you can see that it shows not equals to. So this is the comparison operator for equals to check for equality. That's the comparison operator we use to do that. Equal. Now let's also consider this. Let's check for let's now look at greater. Let's do greater than or less than of comparison operators. So for that we have greater than, greater. So we are checking for which value with this comparison operator. I wanted to check for which one is greater. So I wanted to comment this out. I just want to use this. So for this now we have product rate, we have var rating again. So but instead of, because now we wanted to check for which one is greater, then for our greater is greater than. So what we are saying now is that if product rating is greater than service rating, print. Let's change this to product rating is product rating. Also, otherwise, this is service rating is service rating. Service rating is service rating. So if we print this to the console now, if this product rating is greater than this, then we are going to have, let's print this to the console and see what we have. The build failed. Why is that? Okay, send it. Let's run it again. So now we now have service is 6. I can put this to service rating is 6. Service is 6. Product rating is the other value. So if we switch the value now, and this is supposed, and this is, let's put this down to be 8, and let's check what value we have again. So now we can answer that product rating is 8. So that's how greater than was. Also, let's look at less than. And if we are to do greater than or equals to, all we need to do is to include the assignment operators here. So this makes it greater than or equal to. And if it's true, it's going to execute this line of this section of the ternary operator. Otherwise, it's going to execute the other part of the ternary operator. So let's look at less than. Again, I'm going to comment out this. So I'm going to copy this here. So less than. Now for less than, we change this to less than. Then this is less than. So we are checking this product rating is less than service rating. Print this. Otherwise, print this. That's the interpretation of this. And if we wanted to do less than or equal to, all we need to do is to include the equal symbol, the assignment symbol, as case may be. Then we have less than or equal to. Now let's consider Nill coalescing operators. Nill coalescing operators. So the Nill coalescing operators helps us to assign a value of an optional variable. to a to extract it out, or otherwise provide the alternative. That's what. And the general structure for Nill coalescing operator is this. We have A, where A is an optional value, then B. So A is an optional value. Now let's consider this. Let's look at this example. Let me copy. Let me cut this off. Let's look at this example. So let's declare an optional variable var, some optional. Let's call it some optional var. Optional var, and so it's of type string, and to indicate that it's optional, we put that. Then we assign it to this. Then we assign it to some string. Let me call this Dave. So we've assigned this optional variable to Dave, which means that this variable, this some optional var, can return a nil, or some values, some string values. So now, if we wanted to assign that, we need to indicate. So in order to extract it out, so normally this is what we would have done as a long shot, this is what we would have done to extract it. We have to say var. Let's set another variable. Let's call it add values, and then assign it to some optional var. So if it's, we now check if it's not equals to nil, not equals to nil, then we now unwrap it. Let me put it. Then we now unwrap it. We now do some optionals. Then unwrap it. Unwrap the optionals by putting exclamation mark in front. Otherwise, else we assign empty string to it. So this would have done without the Nill coalescing operator. Sorry, this is supposed to be one hell. So Nill coalescing operator. So if I print this to the console now, I should get Dave. Let's print add value. Print add value. Add value to the console. So we print add value to the console now. So now we can see that we have Dave. The value of Dave assign. But with Nill coalescing operator, we don't have to do it this way. We can as well just put, let's call this one out. Let me print this out and call and declare another. Let's call it var add value. And then just put add value 2. Then with Nill coalescing operator, all I need to do is say some optionals var, then double question mark, then put the empty string. So if we print this to the console now, we should still see the value. So the Nill coalescing is just a shorthand way of us extracting the value of an optional variable if it's available. So let's do this. So if I run this now, then I have Dave as well again. Now let me comment this out. Let's look at range operators. In Swift programming language, we have different range operators. We have closed range operators. We have half open operator. We have half closed operators. And we also have one-sided operators. So let's consider this example. Let's consider this. So if I start range operators, so now I have for I in so what we just did now with this, let me scroll this up. So what we just did now is that we say for this any number between 1 to 5, print it out. So let's print I to the console and see what we have. And this is a closed range operator. So you can see because we have the upper band and the lower band. So print high. So now you can see that we have it inclusive. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 printed out. So it's inclusive. It's a closed range operator. Now let's look at an app open operator. An app open operator will be like this. We remove this extra dot, then we replace it with less than. That means that 1 is going to be included, but 5 is not going to be included. Let's see that. So what we're supposed to have here is supposed to be 1 to 4. Let's print that to console. So you can now see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me remove this 6. I printed that at the top. So the age we have here as well. So 1, 2, 3 to 4. That's app open operators. Now let's look at one-sided operator. To do that, let me declare this array. One-sided operators. Let's browser. We call it browsers. Let's assign it to it's an array of string. So we have Chrome. Let me put Chrome, Mozilla, Chrome, Mozilla, and Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge. Now, let's look at a one-sided range operators. Let me say for I in browsers. Then we do for that for the app for the one-sided range operator. We are not going to do one dot. We're going to do dot 1. So what we are basically saying here is that anything from 1 up, you should print it out. Let's print I out. Let's print the browser I out. Print I. So let's view this. So now we can see 0, and array starts from 0. Can't array from 0. So it's going to be 0, 1, which is Chrome, Mozilla. So now let's look at logical operators. We also have logical operators. Now we have logical not operators. We have logical and operators, and we also have logical or operators. So let's declare two variable a and b. Let a of type let a be equals to, let's set this to be a boolean, equals to, let's assign it to true, and b, let's assign it to false. Now if we have let's say we wanted to check if a and b equals to true. For example, can you say if a and b, that's so the logical hand will now be true alpha sound. Sorry, true alpha sound operator like this, a and b. Then we can execute some line of code here. Also, the or operator, if a or b, you can have that to be like this. This is the or symbol. So if A is not equals to B as well, we can have exclamation mark and then assignment operator not equals to. Not equals to. So in general, the logical AND operator is of this form. Logical AND operator is for this one. Logical AND is A and B, where A and B are variables or constants. Here A and B are variables or constants. Also, logical OR is also of this form generally. Logical OR will be of this one. We have A, then or B. Also, logical NOT is of this form. A not equals to B. So, guys, this is the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share. See you in the next video.